Hello, Division 5E. My name is Stroke, and welcome to your first recap of the season. Um, so, in advance, I apologize for my lousy English. English is not my first language, so you'll just have to bear with it, okay? Okay, so first off, we're going to look at each one of your teams, and then we will make sure to make a small prediction of how will the first round will go. Okay, so let's get started. First, we have the Los Caballeros de Nochtitlan, probably wanted to say by Floyd. This is a very fun team. Very fun team. No rerolls, no APO, a couple of cheerleaders, a couple of coach assistants, and a shitload of peasants. I love it. Just such a fun team. I don't think they will do very well, but I hope he proves me wrong. In any case, if there's a team that can afford to play without rerolls, it's probably Brett's. They get 8 players with either wrestle or block from the gate, but nevertheless, I would still prefer to have at least one of them. So, it will be interesting to see him play with this. Then we got 10 coin and his orcs. It's a pretty standard orc team. He has one level in a block orc, that is great. 2 blockers in MVP range, and a rookie black orc. I focus on this because black orcs are the most important part of any orc team, and the rest of the players are easy to develop. Black orcs are not. I like that he took tackle before Mighty Blow here. I think it was a smart choice that many coaches often don't do, and it will pay off in a division with Amazons, with Bretts that will probably get dodged soon, a division with Lizards that have Skinks. I think it will be great for him to have tackled this early. He also has a level in the thrower, but he doesn't want to show us what it is. If it's a normal, I wouldn't be surprised if it was block or maybe kickoff return. Okay, so let's move on. Then we get Michaels, and he's back on Necro after taking a couple of seasons off with Nurgle. This is a pretty standard Necro team, and that's probably not a good thing. You really want some special stuff in Necro. You want Flesh Golem levels, and you want Mighty Blow on the Wolves, and you don't have either of those things. You have both whites leveled up. I don't know what this is. If these things are normals, I'm guessing one of them will be guard, the other one will be Mighty Blow. So yeah, it's not a bad team. I mean, Necro is a good team just out of the gate, but it needs some work to be really competitive. Then again, Michaels is a very good coach. Maybe he can carry them. Let's see his statistics. 2 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. Okay. Then we get the Amazons from Sindane. And okay then, this is why Amazons are one of the best rookie teams. Dodge all over the place. They already have 2 guard pieces. Both guard pieces are already blood pieces, and they already have a Mighty Blow piece to blitz every turn. It's a formidable team, especially early on. They fall back later when most teams get their tackle killers up and running, but they will probably have a very good start of the season. Imagine this, they even have a couple of bench women, and they still only cost 12.10. Then we have Jeff with his Chaos team. Again, a standard Chaos team. You can't ask much more of Chaos at the start of the season, and this is exactly why Amazons are so great at the start and Chaos is not so great. They cost virtually the same, 1200 to 1210, and this Chaos team has nothing. It has only a couple of block pieces and a dodge piece. So yeah, the Chaos start is a slow start. You need to be patient, push through it, and you'll get the rewards later. Not a great record, but I'm not surprised. Nobody can really play rookie Chaos that well. Then we get Howling with his ordinary elves, and they're not so ordinary. I did the math. These elves are averaging one death per game. If they keep this up, they're not gonna be much of a team left. That said, they have all they need. They have their tackle, they have their strip ball, they have their guard. That's really all that elves need. So I wouldn't count this team out at all. Holding knows what he's doing when he plays elves. Um, if he's just going to get used, I'm gonna have to get used to play with learners for a while. I believe there's more important things to do with his money when he gets it than by lineman. He probably has to get more rerolls, maybe get a tree. So it will be a while before we see more catchers. Definitely, it will be a while before we see him getting a bench. Then we have A-Grain with his cold cuts. A filthy, filthy Chorf team. Okay, only normals here, but still, Chorfs with normals is good enough. And both hunters have block already, which is great. One of them even has break tackle already. Two Mighty Blow Chaos Dwarf blockers, which I agree with, because he's fishing for the doubles and the claw, and you really don't want to get that claw on a guard blocker that doesn't have Mighty Blow. So yeah, you get Mighty Blow first. Even though guard would have been more useful in the start, you have to fish for that claw. And then we have Cretaceous Killers, the lizard team from Anime Bomb. And it's a pretty solid uh, lizard team. It has a Bloxigor because everyone has one right now. I don't know why. You just have a look at the rookie lizard teams, and it's like standard issue. Here you go, get your Bloxigor, go away. It has a couple of block Sorite, but one of them is already armor busted, which is not great. It has a guard Sorite before getting blocked, which is weird. I tend to take block first on every Sorite, you know, and mainly because this is already a very strong team. It already has 6 strength 4 pieces and 1 strength 5 piece, so they don't really need guard that badly, at least at the start. And they have a couple of skink levels, which is not great. You would have rather have this SPP on the guys in the top of the team list. In any case, a decent lizard team that has potential. We will see where he takes it. So there you go. Those are the teams. So now we will go to the schedule and see who plays who. Maybe make a little prediction. So we get the Wood Elves versus the Lizards. I think I'm going to give this game to the Wood Elves. The Lizards have no tackle, if I believe. Let me double check. Nope, they don't have any tackle. So I don't think the Bloxor will be enough to tie down those elves. The elves are even cheaper. Then the let's do the math. 880, but they have 4 pieces, 70k. That would make 280. So 160. They won't be able to afford a wizard, but they will be able to afford a bait maybe or two. So it will be a fight for the elves. I think they will take it home. Then we have cold cuts versus time to bash. What were those? Oh right, Chaos Dwarfs versus Chaos. I'm going to give this to the Chaos Dwarfs mainly because Chaos Dwarfs are a better rookie team, and also because A-Grain is just a monster of a coach. He's very very good. Maybe Jeff is too. I just don't know him as well. But in any case, I think the Chaos Dwarfs will take it home. Then we have the Bretts versus which one were these? Versus the Amazons. Oh my god, this is going to be a blowout by the Amazons, I think. Bretts with no rerolls versus Amazons that are stacked so well. I just don't see how the Bretts can pull this off. Maybe through inducements. What would I do if I was the Bretts? They will get 190 in inducements. I think I would get a bribe, and every single Amazon that hits the ground, I will punch it in the face with, you know, because yeah, but it's a hard match. I really don't know what they can do about it. And finally, we got the Orcs versus the Necro. Well, this is interesting. So we have very average Orcs versus very average Necro. The Necro don't have Claw Mighty Blow, but they still have Claw. And the Orcs have some useless skills for the at least against the Necro, I think. Yeah, the Orcs have dodge. The Necro doesn't have tackle, so the dodge is mainly out. The Orcs do have tackle, which is great against the ghouls. Maybe they want to focus on that. But in any case, it will be an interesting match. I think I will give it to the Necro. but I'm just because I have to give it to someone. To be perfectly honest, I wouldn't be surprised if the Orcs take it home. So there you go, folks. That's the recap for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will make sure to bring one out every week. Next week I will take a look at the matches that were played, comment on that, and then make more predictions. Maybe we'll look again at the teams about round 4 or 5, just to see where development is going. So, well, there you go, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all next week.